हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
आप लोगों का भी विशेष पाठ जो बाप और सर्व बच्चे देख देख हर्षित होते, तो भाग्य विधाता द्वारा जन्म होना ये सबसे नंबर 1 आगे। साथ साथ सारे कलम में किसी भी जन्म में एक ही परमात्मा बाप भी बने, शिक्षक भी बने, सतगुरु भी बने और सर्वसम्मत भी निभाए, ऐसा सतयुग से कलयुग तक किसको भाग्य मिला है? मिला है। और अभी आपको मिला है। अभी आप निश्चय और नशे से कहते हो कि हमारा पालनहार परम आत्मा। दुनिया वाले कहने मात्र कहते हैं कि परमात्मा ही पाल रहा है, लेकिन आप प्रैक्टिकल अनुभव से कहते हो कि परमात्मा बाप है और बाप ही पालनहार है, पालना कर। नशा है ना? है थोड़ा थोड़ा भूल जाते हैं। क्या है? चलते चलते अपने भाग्य को साधारण समझ लेते है श्रेष्ठ, लेकिन समझ साधारण लेते। साधारण होने के कारण जो नशा और खुशी की झलक सदा होनी चाहिए, एक सेकंड भी भूल नहीं सकते, लेकिन पाप मिल गया, हो गया हमारा, भी पाप के हो गए, तो ये कॉमन समझ लेते हो। है ना हमारा? है तो नशा होना चाहिए ना, फख्र होना चाहिए ना।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. The force of attention. You are constantly easy yogis, but you now simply have to make your stage of remembrance powerful every now and then. Therefore, continue to fill yourself with the force of attention. When you imbibe purity fully, the power of your elevated thoughts will then ignite the fire of love, and all rubbish will be burnt in that fire. Then only that which you think about will happen, and fast service will automatically take place. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 7. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. Today's topic, the force of attention. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om, Om Shanti. Avyakti Parivar, everyone is okay. Everyone is well. Baba's each word is like a scripture because it has to be understood and experienced and experiment. Right? Now when Baba said, when your stage is like lotus, you are able to sit on the lotus. And of course you have to be light. So just think lotus. Lotus flower is very lovely. And it looks more beautiful and lovely because on the pond is covered with all the leaves, lotus leaves, and the lotus flower is in the middle. And because of those green leaves and being in the pond, it looks really beautiful. But so lovely first or detached first. It is lovely and we don't see any rubbish, whatever is in the pond getting on to the lotus flower. But lotus has 9 different parts connected with the roots. Only lotus is above. Everything is underwater. Have you all seen lotus flower? And most of the deities, they compare their eyes to the lotus, their feet to the lotus, their hands as lotus, their throne lotus. So question arises, do I need to be detached first or lovely first? What attracts us to the lotus? Lovely, right? Yeah? Then we think it is lovely because it is detached. So which quality we need first? Lovely or detached? Lovely. Because that's what is attracting. Sometimes we say detached and lovely. But that is when we know that yes, it is detached. But what we see or a common eyes are seeing is the lovely, right? So that's why when this Sunday Baba said, always be cheerful, Always be light, always be happy, because that is missing in the whole world. But how we can be lovely? Where our sometimes lovely, sometimes less lovely. We are always lovely, but sometimes less, right? So the reason is something somewhere. See, very practically, many people think, can you really be detached? It requires a lot of attention, practice. But when we look at Brahma Baba, look at Dadis, they did it. Because sometimes there is whole thing of, if I am detached, how will it work? It could really work. So I need to have some attachment, right? But when we start understanding the spiritual power in relationships, as soon as we understand that, we can remain lovely. When I came here, I was entering and I instantly, I don't know how the thought came about our Dada, Yadabai left body. So I know I will miss him because his energy, his enthusiasm, every night he will come, talk about menu, and last time I came there were boxes of fix, then there was this, and oh, I saw and I said I should take it. So there was box, so those who were serving, I called everyone and gave one to everyone. But I brought for you, I said, you think I will eat? I will eat maybe half or one, right? So that's what I have to do, is to give everyone. Why not give when they are ready to eat than when they get old? So he had this kind of, so I was little bit, so then I thought, is it attachment or what? Is it attachment amongst ourselves or not? Hmm? There is attachment or no? No attachment. Those who think no attachment, can I see hands? No attachment? Wow. I thought I also have attachment. Yeah, we have, because many times it happens that you're going through something and I get a thought. Sometimes it's not practical to call, but then I just say, Mansa Seva, let me send lot of good wishes, Baba's vibrations, so that soul can come out of that difficulty. But the spiritual love and the bond of spiritual love, we can call it pure attachment. One is body conscious attachment. You think Baba has attachment with us? No? Yes. No one is not, everyone is under Baba's drishti, Baba's radar of drishti, every child. And that is where when, some souls, when we went to Baba in the beginning and we are leaving and we got so much like love from Baba, and we say, Baba, don't forget me. And that when Baba gave love remembrances, then na visro na yad karo. I cannot. Baba said, no, I can't. I have to forget you. Then he said, if I remember you, how will I remember Shiv Baba? But then immediately he said, nor I will remember you, nor I will forget you. That means he will think of us. But it's not, is will forget Baba. So it's Baba, then connection with Baba, and then give that love, that power, light to all others also. So what I'm saying that when I was sitting, this whole thing of lotus, so I thought that this is how, even if we take 1, 2 words from Baba's Murli, go into deeper, churn it, try to feel it and see how practical and how much I am able to do or how much I have done. It really becomes like a whole chapter you can write on that, because many ask me, how do we churn knowledge? So it's simple, no? Any example you take which Baba gives. Like I had been thinking about fire, no? Wood fire, coal fire, stove fire, gas fire, electricity fire. Which fire? So then I thought it must be wood fire, because nature provides wood, right? And that will always be there. Gas fire might not be there, coal fire might not be there, but at least you keep some dry wood. No, in winter, we say, okay, let's use wood fire. And for wood fire, what you need is fan. So from the newspaper, right, we take out old paper, make a fan. And Baba says that during day, use the fan of attention from time to time to ignite the flame of remembrance. There is flame, but you make it more. When flame is not fully flame, then there is smoke, right? And we don't want smoke. So it's very interesting when you really, tomorrow is this is your homework. Whole day you think about wood fire, then fan, then smoke, and then how it works, you know. In Madhuban, we used to make chapatis for few hundred on wood fire, and a very big, what they call it, hot plate or tawa. So many chapatis. And then we used to have little one for Baba, where he was, for one chapati, little one, he used to eat 1 or 2. That also used to be like soft coke, no? Not hard one, the soft one. So I'm just giving why I'm saying all that. This is all churning, and this is all you kind of have that image. So Baba says that so tomorrow's homework is the force of attention. I am calling it fan of attention. Its force is like ignited properly. You are constantly easy yogis. Yoga cannot be done forcefully, because main element of yoga is love. Without love, there cannot. When there is love, do you need effort to remember? Hmm? Anything you love, the mind goes there, mind goes there, mind goes often there. So when there is true love for Baba, then there is remembrance. But you now simply have to make your stage of remembrance powerful every now and then. You have remembrance, but Baba says, make it powerful. Therefore, continue to fill yourself with the force of attention. When you imbibe purity fully, the power of your elevated thoughts will then ignite the fire of love, and all the rubbish will be burned in that fire. Lot of subtle things. Anyone did something, what happened from, lot of is there. So Baba says, then only that which you think, then whatever you think about will happen. fast service will also automatically happen. So pure thought has capacity, right? So to make our thought pure, and then for that you have to burn all the rubbish. So for tomorrow, the fan of attention, right? And make our fire strong, fire of love, and then see how it works. And the change in our thought, the capacity of our thought, everything will increase. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Vakti Parivar. So again we have fortune to have our dear angel brother with us. Actually today and tomorrow as well. So so he's with us here in Toronto. So we would like to take the maximum benefit. So we'll do the chit chat. Welcome to Avyakti Journey, Avyakti Parivar Chit Chat, conversations that open the heart and elevate the mind. So not only the chit chat with Didi and Eric Bhai, but there is something more special after that. So please be with us. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone. Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar. I'm back again, Sister Mohini. Every night we'll have our little meeting, which is lovely. I really love how you take one word, and I didn't understand what you said in the beginning, that one word is like a whole scripture. And I thought, what does it mean? One word is like a scripture. And I understand. So lotus was a scripture, fire was a scripture. Just for enjoying Baba's Murli of today, if I tell you bird, what is the scripture? Because bird. Because today Baba talked about nightingales and crows, and so if I tell you bird, tell us what is your scripture about birds, Baba?
If really our heart is connected with whole universe, then you have air, water, sky, elements. Then you have so many animals, birds, creatures, everything is there. And sometimes I do connect with the whole universe. It's a creation, right? Not only human beings, but this is like a whole creation. And birds have many stories. I tell you one briefly, that there was a sparrow, right? There are a lot of stories on sparrows. And one night there was fire in the forest because it was dry weather. And when fire begins, like we have in California, you had in Canada a lot of fire, right? We were getting smoke up to Peace.
Smoke, yeah.
Even in Peace Village, we had to close all the windows because we could smell from that fire. So it spreads very fast. So there's a lot of fire, and then so all the animals, everyone was kind of trying to run away, to escape, and and so there was a sparrow, and so she went in a pond, and she will take little water from in her beak and keep dropping on the fire. So all the animals, everyone is laughing and saying, "You think you will extinguish this fire?" So they keep making comments, but she keep doing it. And about half an hour or so after, started raining heavily, and fire was extinguished. And I like why, because she's making little effort, but it could invoke the whole nature. So I don't know, I am very connected with universe in the way of our effort, drama. It's like, so yes, birds, but also because
I knew the story, but I didn't know it was a sister bird. You said she. So I never knew it was a sister bird. I thought it was a brother bird, but this is nice new.
You You
It is a
can
Kumari bird.
you can take in your way, brother, but then sparrow generally we say. And it's so interesting that Brahma Baba, every morning there used to be a little sparrow will come to eat whatever, toli, and so sparrows have a stories. Everyone has many stories. And as children, no, we read a lot of bird stories. And flying is one thing, and every bird has its own specialty. Every bird.
It was nice when Baba mentioned this morning that some are
Nightingale.
nightingales of knowledge, but others are pigeon.
And some are parrots.
Yes.
That means they just repeat it and they don't understand. Yeah.
There's also this, since we're into stories, about King Janak, and I don't know, what is the story about him being late? Was it, did he miss a train or something, or was...
Janak?
They say King Janak was late, so that's why he came into Silver Age. And we were not sure on how late was he, or what happened. What's the story? What did he miss?
No, one of the thing actually on other side, there is a big story about Janak, right? That's why Dadi Janki, she used to be loved to be called Janak. Because Janak is the one who really became, what they call it, surrender and a trustee. He was a king, and then he wanted to experience Jivan Mukti. He announced in the court, and then finally, like long story that, and this person came and said, "Oh, I can help you." Anyway, he asked him to sit on the horse, and no, because he said, "Okay, let's go." He said, bring my horse, because I always go on horse." He was a king. He said, "But this is not yours, no? You said I am leaving it." So it was whole thing of that, how he realized that what is true surrender, then you can't say anything as mine, but you use it as a trustee. When you say mine, it's limited. But he came late. When did he come? Why he was late? I think that again, Baba gives example of Sita's father Janak, that's Silver Age. But then Confluence Age Janak is another Janak. So
Yeah, that's most inspiring for the Dijanki that way, yeah, because I never heard King Janak going to Silver Age. I was hoping that Dijanki is okay with that, and she understands that she's a Janak for the Confluence Age. Another thought that these are all questions, also discussions today on Chit Chat, and one was about faith, and many times faith, the power of faith. And someone was asking, how do we know that we really have faith? In the Murli today, Baba said, you know if you have lots of love because you die alive. But what about faith? How do we know if we really have faith?
when you don't have concerns, worries, doubts. So there is, everything has a power, right? Faith is a power. So you don't use, when you use faith, you have stage, like you have power, you are strong. And when you have faith, but you're not using faith, then you are weak or you are worried. No, I shared the story that there was a time, when there were big issues, I will be little bit thinking about it. And then Baba is looking at me and saying, midnight, "Child, you have faith?" I said, "Of course I have faith." "So then why you have this fear, or why you have this?" So that means it has to be then, faith is faith, That's it. Not have wasteful thoughts or thoughts of fear or uncertainty and all that.
Do you consider there is percentage in faith?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Because every step you're moving forward needs courage and faith both. Because faith brings the courage also. Otherwise, you don't bring changes in your life, or you have to do something big. You have to have faith, right? And courage also.
Do you find that your faith was almost 100% right from the beginning, or did you experience faith growing? And what made it grow then?
I thought I have 100%, but one time we were sitting around Brahma Baba, and Baba said, how many of something he said, and then he said, we all said our faith is 100%. Baba said, no. So it's only 70%. So we were a little bit like, oh, we left home, we left the world because of faith, and now here Baba is saying 70%. And then we realized what he meant, you know. So I think we have 100% faith, but we don't use it all the time, 100% faith, right? As much you use, that becomes real. One is faith in the intellect. Other is faith, it's like foundation or pillar or whatever.
So tonight is quick little question answer. So one last one before we introduce something. Baba mentioned also, the more you remember me, the more power you get, the more energy. Sometimes he says force, sometimes he says power, energy. What is your experience when, what kind of power is it, and how do you, feel it, or how do you know you're 100% charged or you're getting more?
See, power is in the thought. So when I have faith, the thought I have has power. When I have doubt, my thought is weak, I'm nervous, I'm confused. So actually the power is in the form of the thought. So we can immediately know that this thought has power. That means I can do it. I have courage, I have enthusiasm. Yeah. So that's all. The power is through the thought.
So, what is going to be the surprise, Bhumiji? Is that we had today, because Iti Parva knows, of course, those in the room knows that we are in Toronto, and in Toronto there are so many wonderful specialities. And one specialty is that there are a lot of kumaras. And all the other centers in Canada are watching those kumaras thinking, they will be so nice in our center, all these kumaras. But they're in Toronto.
Some have become older, now younger ones have come.
Older kumaras, but they still look young kumaras to me. And so we had a lovely chit-chat today with all the kumaras, and we got lost for a few hours, really. But we had one very special kumar with us from Madhuban, and it's always very special to welcome one of our brothers from Madhuban. And for me, my experience is that I've seen him for so many years. I've seen him in London, I've seen him in India, but they are impressive Madhuban Niwasis, they are like living gods in the temple, so we don't talk too much to them. There are just a few words, and it's okay, Haji, Haji. And now we could be, having a nice chit-chat with Brother Abhiram. So we wanted to introduce him to Avyakti Parivar. So Abhiram Bhai, come and join us on the stage. And Abhiram and I had a little chit-chat with all the brothers. And so first I will ask one question to Abhiram, and then I'll ask all the brothers to come, and we'll have a little chit-chat in front of you. Is that okay, Maniti? Yeah. So, Brother Abhiram, he's been with Baba for, it will be more than 40 years now, right? 40 some years. Kim Young told us a story. You may have met him in Gyan Sarovar. So you met all the Kumaras today and shared a little bit your story. But in just a few words, what will be, the power of the Kumaras, and you met all the young Kumaras here. So what will be your thought about what is so special about the Kumaras? Tell the Kumaris also, so they really enjoy.
Om Shanti.
Can you lift your mind? Put it near.
I think Baba always says kumars and kumaris have wonderful power which constructive. So Baba used to say also in Murli's, you all heard, we can challenge the government. We are all having this many kumars, our institution, who are always constructive, not destructive. And for me, it's a kumar. We have our ego inside that, like energy, like Didi said, it's a thought. You get energy in the form of thought. So we have that energy in young blood. They always says young blood. It's hot, and they can digest the stones and like that. So that is a form of ego inside. So how I use it, how I project it in the service. So I'm sharing, when I was in those days, if somebody says you can't do it, I will show that yes, I can do it. Why can't I do it? If somebody says you can't jump, why can't I can jump. So like that. So Baba also picks up our thing. Can you do it? You understand? So that's why Jagdish always says, Baba asks, Samjha, you understand? We say yes, but Jagdish says always, we don't understand. So that way, again and again, Baba using that word, you understand this. So it's a deep meaning. So in Engage, we have that power, physical power, mind power, and purity also. So that is the energy how we want to put in our life, or like they said, we renounce our mother, father, our home, our city, we come to Baba, and if I am tangling me in small things, then there is no the importance, the value of the big things. So like that, how I am simple, how much I used to listen, simple living, high thinking, how it will be. So how, when we become simple, then there is no thinking for what I can eat or what I can wear, what I can have. Nothing. Whatever Baba gives, he knows, he gives. So I noticed that whatever I need, he always given me. And whatever I want, he never give me. So, so if I am not getting something, I always think, oh, it may be no need for me, or I don't deserve, I want to make myself worthy for it, it will come automatically. Like so the youth power is like, when I see all the kumas, like they have the enthusiasm, let's go, have that thing doing, or whatever the task is, they can do with power.
What really touched me in your story is how, as Kumar, we're very often busy, sometimes physically, but listening to your story is the song of your heart, and how you use even the songs to keep you going and to be inspired, and how your love for Baba really made you move forward. So be prepared, because you told me, or you told us, that because you couldn't listen to Baba's song whilst doing karma yoga, you went on the mountain singing. So, do you know those songs? Can you sing them? Be prepared. We may ask you to sing. But before, I was thinking we could invite all because he, if you remove the gray hair, close, he looks like a very young Kumar. I'm very jealous. There's not a single wrinkle. He looks like, I can tell you, it's like very, very young. You have to tell us a secret, but he looks like a young Kumar. And so I'd like to invite all the Kumars who came this morning for the chit chat and come and let's have a big honor of the Kumar, and I'll ask you to share one thought, each one of you, about our discussion this morning. So don't be shy. There are some who are hiding in the sound booth. Only one can stay to check the mics, but all the ones can come here in the front. There will be a Kumari night, I'm sure, one night with Munidi. Don't get jealous, it's fine. So come, don't be shy. Come in here in the front. And then you can all clap for the Kumaras and I'm sure Toronto has a few more. I saw quite a few more. And we really had a lovely conversation this morning. And I was thinking it would be nice to hear from all of you in one, you can all pass the mic, and each one of you can share one thought, what really inspired you in what we discussed this morning, and what has been really helping you in the discussion, what you heard from Aviram as well. So, should we start with one of you? Maybe your brother here. Are you ready? You want to choose the other side? Oh, Palav bhai. Are you ready?
Om Shanti. So, in the morning, Eric Bhai shared about when he see Didi, he feel like how much Didi renounce, he cannot renounce that much. Like she just came and she's sitting all 11 days inside just to give us all our experience, but she don't want anything. And looking at that, I feel like, where are we? Because we always want what next, what interesting, what entertaining we can get. But when we see Didi, when we see even Eric Bhai, they have renounced a lot.
Didi says we have entertainment.
But yeah, their entertainment is more like spiritual. Our entertainment is more like physical. So that's what I took from today's chit chat.
Thank you.
Om Shanti. Today morning, I think I would like to share what Abhiram Bhai was mentioning about the way how Madhuban brothers dedicated themselves, how they came to Baba and how they feel with their daddies and senior sisters, and they feel themselves as the part of the family. And immediately it comes to their heart and they immediately accepted it. Whatever may be the challenges comes between their in charge or their surroundings, people around there, it doesn't matter for them, but that really inspires them to overcome their own old sanskars and how they overcome that. So that really inspires us. So hopefully we'll also go through that same thing and we'll overcome all those things, our old sanskars. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Om Shanti. So one thing, it was in today's blessing as well, and we also discussed about it, that how can we be free from influences. So today Baba, in the blessing, Baba mentioned that yogyata, in Hindi Baba said yogyata, and English it's worthiness. So Baba said, if you want to become worthy, just have one Baba and none other in your intellect, in your mind. So we also discuss on that sometimes we get influenced by seva, or sometimes we get influenced by someone's speciality or something, and somewhere that deceives. So, and Baba also gave answer that as much you become detached, then you won't get influence from anyone's speciality or anything. So I think that's what I took from today's discussion.
Om Shanti. We all, Kumar, had a great session this morning, and Eric Bhai and Abhiram Bhai both shared their life experiences. So we learned a lot of things from that. So Abhiram Bhai told that how he used to do yoga after doing a lot of seva. like with us when we do seva and then we go home in the evening and we are all tired and then someone say, let's go for Amritwala in the morning. And I'm like, oh, come on, I can't wake up. So he told us like what he used to do for yoga and how he balanced everything. So that's what I learned. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Abhiram Bhai shared one thing. When he used to get some issue in the Purusharth or in his like Brahmin life, he used to take help of Dadis and he used to listen Dadis classes. So same with me. When I used to get some issues, I used to talk Arvind Bhai. He helped me so many times, and even to Savi Ban. So that's really helped me. Like if nothing is going well, they help me and it's easy for me. Om Shanti.
So,
And he's the one who said he will be so shy he will not be able to talk. I'm glad you are very shy.
So Abhiram Bhai told that when he is doing seva or anything, or whenever he gets upset or something, so he used to listen Baba's Murli song. And like the same thing I'm doing since last 3-4 weeks, like whenever I'm doing dishes or pots, I started singing Baba's song, Murli songs. So that's how I'm enjoying, like I don't realize that I'm doing pots and suddenly I realize, oh, I've cleaned like 50 pots. Yeah. So yeah, that's.
Om Shanti. So I was really inspired by Brother Abhiram's stories and all the inspirations he gave about Madhuban and how Dadiji sustained all the brothers. And that's why Dadiji is also called Kumar Ka Dadi. So she sustained the yajna so beautifully and especially all the brothers. So that really touched my heart. How Dadiji, even though she was the head of the organization, she used to spend so much time with the brothers and sustain them for each and every action. And that's what I'm noticing with all the Madhuban Nivasis, that they're so accurate in everything which they are doing, right from morning to evening. So that was a big inspiration for me this morning from the chit chat. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Yeah, Parth sings well. I hear him when he's washing dishes. So yeah, today we had a fun session, 2-3 hours. We didn't know how time flew by. So thank you to Abhiram Bhai and Eric Bhai for spending some time with us brothers. So they shared their stories on how they overcome their problems. So what I learned is that we have to experiment and see what works for us, because everyone's story is different. You may face the same problem, but everyone has their own way to overcome it. So that's what I learned, that how we have to experiment and connect with Baba every time. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Yeah, there were so many stories and everything. But I thought the one most is about his immediate senior that he told. Yeah, I can share, it's okay. The one senior that he was working with, he was very tough, he said. Right? Even if he does something, he gets scolded. If he does nothing, he gets scolded. So if he gives the answer, he gets punished. Oh, why you talk to me like that? If he keep quiet, oh, why are you not saying anything? So I think everyone has someone similar somewhere. Maybe like here at the workplace, somewhere, and somebody is there, is always there. But how you overcome, right? That's the challenge. And that's why we are here. So, and thank you, brother. Wonderful. Yeah, and sorry? You need to attend the class. No, there is, the solution is that you need to find the ways. And each one has their own way.
This class is not recorded.
No,
there was no video. Huh?
See, there are certain things you cannot change. You need to change, and you need to find the ways. That's the solution. Yeah. And the second thing I liked about him, he told that the moment he went to the Gyan Sarovar, it was like completely empty, like not even construction done. The moment he entered, he feels that this is my home. So the feeling of home is like you feel that this is your home, and the things will start automatically comes to you. So to me, I went to many centers like in my life. Like I've come through so many centers, but as soon as I enter at any Baba's room or a Baba center, I feel like it's my home. No matter that center, I stay 1 day, 1 night, 1 year, 10 years, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, Om Shanti.
So now, brother, you're ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be the first one. Om Shanti, everyone. So the problem, the solution to his problem, I guess the verdict would be, we don't know. That's the thing. Like, just let it be, accept it, and move on. That's it. That's what I learned from that problem. What he is having, and maybe a lot of people might be having over here. And yeah, I guess like this was the session we had in the morning today. This was the most informal session that I've ever had. Like 2-3 hours, we were continuously laughing, giggling, laughing. Like half of the people are talking, we are okay, we're listening, and okay, this is the problem, this is the problem. And 5 minutes of laugh, then again, next problem, next chit chat, again 5-10 minutes of laughing. So I guess it it was really great for our health and our mentality too. I guess that would be all. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you very much, brothers. Congratulations to the brothers.
I think all brothers should sing one song. How they gonna solve the
Acha,
problem?
we didn't prepare one, but
One song together. Eric Bhai will lead.
I don't know which
The
song.
Hindi song.
In Hindi?
You say no, Abhiram.
Yeah, Abhiram Bhai. बचपन के दिन भुलाने नहीं.
1 or 2 lines.
Yes.
Yeah, that's enough.
No, everyone should sing together.
We will hum. We'll be the pigeons. We can be the pigeons. Or the parrots. We can be the parrots. We'll repeat whatever you sing.
So I have a lot of love for Murli songs. So in Dadi Chandramani time, I used to sing how I feel, how I conversation with Baba, like हमने तुझसे प्यार किया है इतना, कौन करेगा उतना, कौन करेगा उतना.
गाओ आप लोग.
हमने तुझसे प्यार किया है इतना, करेगा उतना, कौन करेगा उतना.
Eric Mike, can I say something? When they finish,
yes.
I want to say. चलो हो गया.
I don't know that song.
Time हो. हाँ? बचपन के दिन बुलाना देना.
So when I don't see the salvation, what can I do? How can I do? And how I react, that time I use the song of blind. नैनहीन को राह दिखाओ प्रभु, पग पग टोकर गाऊं मैं. नैनहीन को राह दिखाओ प्रभु, तुमरी नगरिया में कटे न डगरिया, तुमरी नगरिया में कटे न डगरिया, चलता चलता गिर जाऊं मैं प्रभु. नैनहीन को So in this song, the line comes, at least once you hold my hand that I can ignite my intellect. So like that song. So Baba always says, don't forget your childhood days. बचपन के दिन बुला न देना, बचपन के दिन बुला न देना, आज हंसे कल रुला न देना, से कल रुला न देना, बचपन के दिन बुला न देना.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti. Sorry, we went a bit over our time, Bhumiji, but okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, brothers. Congratulations. And we are waiting for the night for the sisters very soon to share. Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate.
Couples are invitation request that we left over always, so we must have session with Didi for couples.
All right, there will be session for couples. Thank you.
I was telling
Mohini, Didi.
Brother Eric that when I was in Shantivan, when I go now 4 months, 5 months, I stay in Shantivan. And I really, really appreciate Kumar's, because in the kitchen and buying things, and so everything is done basically by brothers. And so I asked their story, and most of them have surrendered at the time of Dadi Prakashmani. So one brother who is next door where I stay, Dheeraj Bhai, his department is to buy vegetables, milk, and so he has 18 trucks. So from 12 o'clock he has to send trucks for milk now, or sometimes people have more luggage in Ahmedabad when they come by flights or train. So he said, I was 15 with my uncle and the family. And Dadi said, don't go, just stay. I said, okay, Dadi. And of course, his grandfather and father, they were, in Yagya, they were doing a lot of things. And he stayed on, and he had been given so many departments. Now he's like a boss now, but I was thinking that especially for boys, they are like, for parents, boys very important because source of income, support. Plus in India, they believe that it's the son who has to do final rites also. And here these young boys, now they are about, all of them 40s and some are 50s. And one brother, Raju
Some are
Bhai,
60s, yeah.
One of the brother, Raju Bhai, he just came, and everyone was so touched by his story that he's from a village and he came with his uncle and father. And Dadi said, Raju, ruk jao, just stay. And of course, they say that his father was kind of prominent in the village and he had all comforts. And here, as soon as he came, Baba gave, his duty was laundry. Then all the duties he were getting were very physical. And he will do it happily. And all the village will sing, but why you have to go when your father is so rich and he is famous? But then when I heard his story and then writing Murli, now all the Avyakti signals you get, he is the one who will search in the Murlis. If you see his big department. But his stories were so touching. We had many lecturers come, they give good talks. But when he was sharing stories, at least in USA, he became so, and also he conducts, main thing is they do a lot of yoga. So he conducts a lot of yoga bhattis, and these days he's doing it yogic farming. No, you hear they do yoga in the farms and the eggplants are bigger. Everything is very Oh, so I really appreciate it so much in Shantivan, and many, many used to come. And sometimes if I have time, I will say, tell your story. And lot of sacrifice. But they are happy, they are okay, and right. Mm, okay.
Thank you. Om Shanti, everyone.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Didi. Thank you, Eric Bhai. Thank you, Abhiram Bhai, and all kumaras. It was a lovely chit-chat and sharing. Thank you so much. So, Vikti Parivar, we'll look forward for more. There are a few more days in Toronto. So now we'll do our Avik Murli, and tomorrow's schedule is same, including evening Avik Murli revision from 5 to 6 p.m. and rest of the schedule will remain same. So now let's do Avik Murli. Welcome to Avik the Journey. Avik Murlis from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Murli of the 3rd of June, 1971. A lotus seed for remaining constantly yog-yukt. What day is it today? It is the day of the bhatti. What is the day of a bhatti called? The day of the beginning of a bhatti means the day for making a decision about your life. Why do you attend a bhatti? To make a permanent decision about your life. You have all come with this aim, have you not? When you come to a bhatti, you receive a gift from Bap Dada and the special children. What is that gift? It is easy to speak of a gift that you receive. A few people gave their ideas. Which gift is the basis of the attainment of all the things you have spoken of? It is the transformation of the intellect. The transformation of a gross Rajoguni intellect to a subtle Satoguni and divine intellect. When you attain this divine intellect, you're also able to attain this stage of being Avyakt and Yogyukt. So what is the gift? A divine Satoguni intellect. It is only through the transformation of the intellect that you are able to transform your life. So you receive the special gift of a divine intellect in this bhatti. To use this gift or just to keep it with you for all time is in your own hands, although everyone has received this gift. All those who have come to this bhatti can very easily and quickly bring about transformation in themselves through the gift of a divine Satoguni intellect. So today is the day for transforming your life. Therefore, continue to imbibe the gift that you receive on this day. You continue to listen to the knowledge. But what have you come to do in this bhatti? You have come to become an embodiment of knowledge. You have also come to receive the knowledge of yoga and to practice yoga. However, you come to the bhatti to make firm the lesson of being constantly yogyukt. What is the easy method you have to learn from this bhakti in order to remain constantly yogyukt? Hatha yogis who do hatha yoga and tapasya sit on a special seat at the time of doing tapasya. They have a variety of seats. So, what is the seat in order for all of you to be constantly yogyukt? Bab Dada is telling you about a seat that can be easily attained in order for you to remain constantly yogyukt. It is the seat of a lotus flower. People speak of a lotus seat. On what do people portray the images of the deities? On a lotus. So even whilst constantly performing actions, if you make your stage like that of a lotus flower, you can easily become constantly yogyukt. However, what do you have to do in order to be a lotus flower and stabilize yourself in this stage, on this seat? You have to make yourself light. To be light and also to be the form of light. A lotus is so Gyanyukt. On seeing a lotus, you have the awareness of knowledge. So, by being seated on a lotus seat, you can remain constantly yogyukt. Never leave your seat. Always keep the stage of a lotus seat. That is, constantly remain stabilized in this stage. Only then will you be able to keep the throne of the kingdom for that length of time in the future. If you are not able to sit on this seat, that is, if you are not able to stabilize yourself in this stage, you are not able to attain the throne. So, in order to attain the throne of the kingdom, you first have to practice stabilizing yourself on the lotus seat. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.